Hi everyone, welcome to Vegas Realty Check with Trish Williams and Tiana Carroll. I'm Tiana Carroll and Trish Williams has the day off today. So you will have me and we have a community spotlight this week, which is so fun, so amazing. I always love to bring the community into it. And our guest today is Andrew Devitt from Sports Social.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for being here. So before we get into talking about what Sports Social is, I just wanted to go over some real estate numbers for our audience out there, since we are a real estate-based show, right?
Cool.
So we always talk numbers, and so our single-family numbers this week are 7,798, and then we've had reductions of 1,852. If you watch the show, then you know that those numbers really haven't changed in the past few weeks. They've been pretty consistent, less than 100 homes on each side, basically, and those price reductions are coming down because our market is stabilizing. So, Andrew, do you pay attention to real estate market?
Not at all.
Not at all. So we won't be having real estate conversations then.
And I don't really entirely know what you just said either.
Oh, well, fair enough. Okay, so each week we track the numbers that are homes available on our market. And that sort of determines if we're in a seller's market, a balanced market, or a buyer's market. So that way we know the ebb and flow of the business. And so if we go back in retrospect to a few months ago, then our numbers were just about 3,000 homes available on the market, meaning we don't have a lot of stock out there to sell. Now, once the feds raise the interest rates, which they'll be doing again, I'm sure everybody's seen that in the news, right, kids? So once they raised the interest rates, it sort of pumped the brakes on our market. And then we had some houses that were coming on. I think a lot of them were people who were trying to cash in before the market dropped, which we've depreciated about 7-8% now compared to the inflation that we had, and price reductions reflected that, but our price reductions this week are not very different from last week. We're really stabilizing, at least that's what the numbers in the data are showing. So
Okay.
that's what that is. Those are the numbers. All right. So Andrew is a local business owner. He has such an incredible business. When I first heard about it, I was amazed. I want to get into that. But before we talk about the business, let's talk about you, sir. You are a Las Vegas native, right?
Yeah, born and raised. I'm born and raised in Las Vegas. Went to Durango High School.
Okay.
Grew up skateboarding. Skateboard still to this day a little bit. Love running, Pilates,
All right, just a healthy, active dude.
I try to be.
Okay, good. That's good. We like that. And so you have Las Vegas or lvsportsocial.com, and that is the website to your business. And it is, well, you tell us. Tell us a little bit about Sports Social. What is it?
Yeah, so Sports Social is a lot of things. Sports Social is a place for kids, teens, and adults. It's centered around sports, art, and music. It's a place for kids to find happiness and friendship in their life, something that we think is important and needs a little bit more time and attention given to it. And we're a place for kids to learn it. We think it needs to be given, it needs to be taught, right? You can't just you don't just get happiness, you don't just get friendship. You need to be taught and shown ways to find that in your life. We offer private lessons, group classes, camps, many different programs for those that may be struggling socially, emotionally, conversationally, behaviorally, in many different ways. We're a 22,000 square foot indoor facility with skate park, rock climbing walls, a cafe, video game rooms, music rooms, basketball courts. It's a pretty cool place.
It is a very cool place. I actually took a tour of it, and it is everything that you say it is. And it's sort of set up kind of like your favorite play area mixed with a Chuck E. Cheese in a sense, because they get prizes. They can buy prizes with tickets or money that they get. Tell me about that.
Yeah, sure. So at Sports Social, the core concept is learning to be a cool friend, right? Again, learning to find friendships in your life and learning to be happy, right? We reinforced things that we think are going to promote that in our students' lives with things called cool friend tickets. So we're always encouraging our kids to try new things, to say hi to other people, to ask them questions, to compromise. When they do things like that, they earn cool friend tickets throughout their day, and then by the end of the day, they can use those tickets to buy something from the prize counter.
Okay, so this sounds like it is helping children with disabilities. I
Yeah,
guess we didn't really cover that.
Yeah, so Sports Social is a place for everyone, right?
Right.
It's great for anyone that's struggling, again, to make friends. But yes, we do really serve primarily autism and special needs community, and again, anyone that's struggling to find those things in their life. We're also behaviorally based. We're based in a therapy model that's called applied behavior analysis. And so everyone that works at Sports Social is what's called a registered behavior technician. It's an effective way for breaking skills down and teaching them new ones. And yeah.
All right, and you said some of the things that you do, it's all sports, art, music, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was there's like a video game room and a music room, a cafe, and then the actual gym is the rock climbing and skateboarding and basketball, which was totally fun. I love basketball. So that was cool. And so kids come here, do they have to, is it a schedule or do they just pop in? How does that work? How do you?
So we give tours every day, right? We're giving tours to people that are interested, and they come in and we show them what we do, and we spend time with their son or daughter, trying out some new activities, and then we recommend a program for them. Then they go on a short wait list. There's a pretty big demand for our services. They go on a short wait list and for a specific program. Some students are coming for vocational skills, some students are coming for a music lesson, some are coming for a social skills group. So it's a la carte based on your child's interests, skills, deficits, goals, all those things we take into consideration and find the right program for your child.
Nice, very nice. And how many families can you service?
Today we see about 650 students every week.
Wow.
We're a team of about 60 people that work at Sports Social. And we have a wait list, right? And so we take time in recruiting the right people, training those people, and providing them with support. And so that in turn does create a short wait time associated with getting started.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot that goes into it, especially if you are going to be therapy-based. All right, and I like that everybody who works there is trained and go through a whole program. I guess I saw a few different times on your website that you guys were posting job fairs and that jobs are available. If somebody wanted to come and work at Sports Social, it's good for them to know that you'll provide all the training. They don't already have to be certified to start, do they?
No, absolutely not. No, we're looking for athletes, musicians, artists that are caring and empathetic and respectful and are example of what we're trying to teach. Right? We're trying to teach kids how to be a cool friend. We're looking to hire people that emulate that. We then take those people that may or may not have worked with kids before, may or may not have had experience with those with special needs, and we put them through a rigorous training so that they can learn effective tools to, again, teach and change behaviors and eventually become certified to become a registered behavior technician.
All right. That is very cool indeed. So how long, so you started this, I believe, in 2011, right?
About, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's grown, right? Because I've been to your gym now, and it's huge, like 22,000 square feet, is that right?
Yeah.
So just this huge, fun, bright, colorful, accepting place to be, but it wasn't always that. How did it start?
Okay. How did it start? Well, in high school, I got a job tutoring kids with autism.
Okay.
And it was like, second job I had. I was 16 years old. And I loved it. I loved tutoring kids, and I loved the kids, and I loved the families, but I didn't like what I was doing. I personally hated school, and I didn't like teaching kids school
He's
stuff.
just kidding, kids. School's amazing. Stay in school. I'm just messing with you, Andrew. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, school wasn't for me, and it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel authentic to me to be teaching kids things that I didn't want to be doing. And the reality is that for kids with autism, their lives are different than a typical kid, right? Because it's recommended that they get a significant amount of therapy every week. And so what happens is they go to school like every other kid, and then they get home from school, and they do 2, 3, 4 hours of therapy when they get home.
Wow, that's
and
intense.
It's intense. It's more than a grown adult is doing,
Right.
in terms of responsibility. And so they don't get an opportunity to be a kid. Anyways, in all that, fast forward, I started teaching kids that I worked with how to like skateboard, how to ride a bike, how to swim, because those were things that I loved to do, right? I was a skater. And myself, the kids, the parents saw like, wow, this is really cool. Like they can do these things just like any other kid, and they can have an experience just like any other kid, and it matters, I guess, right?
It really matters.
I think that was the thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can discount like fun and recreation and play, but you know, I feel like when I first saw it, I was like, oh wow, this is just as important as him learning to read or write, you know, him learning to ride a bike or him going to play at a park. So that's how it started. And I taught one kid, then two kids, then three kids, then 20, then 30. I did it at the local skate parks for 2 years, just stacking lessons back to back. One kid 2 o'clock, another kid 3 o'clock. Yeah, I saved my money, encouragement from friends and family and stuff like that, and rented a warehouse and built some ramps, and I don't know.
You know, I could see you in there just building ramps, skill saw. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is your third gym?
Mm-hmm.
So you've grown
Mm-hmm.
over time.
Yeah.
All right, and when you also do camps and special events at Sports Social, right?
Yep.
Do you have anything coming up?
We have camp whenever school is out, right? So any no school day, whatever the next one is. I'm sure there's like one on Nevada Day, but there may be one on some other days too. And we don't have any other events at the moment scheduled, but camp, yeah, whenever school is out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's awesome. And then let's talk a little bit about the kids, right? Because I'm with you. I think that happiness definitely needs to be taught and is a chosen state of mind, and just having that acceptance, appreciation, gratitude, those are all things that are important, and being a good friend, so important, right? Learning to be able to give of yourself and help others. So you have all of these kids. I'm sure it gets crazy, wild, and rambunctious, but they have to love it, right? Why wouldn't they? I love it.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I think that I remind our team, our staff, that like for them, it's just an hour session, right? But for our students that come, it's like the highlight of their week. It's like so many things that they don't have in their life, right? Where everyone is accepting and loving towards them. Everyone is encouraging them and helping build their confidence. There's bounce houses and video games, and you know, so it's pretty awesome to just be there when all of the screaming and smiles and
Yeah, I know. I've been there. I felt the energy. It's kind of amazing. And then I've also been to the cafe, which I thought was interesting that some of the kids are working in the cafe.
yeah. So we have a vocational program, right?
Okay.
Working is an important part of life, and the reality is that a lot of people struggle with it, right? Our students tend to struggle mainly socially within a workplace, as many people do. And so we developed a vocational program where students can learn skills in the classroom, and then more importantly, like everything we do, apply it and use it in a real fun, functional way. And so we built a cafe where students can practice using a cash register, not practice, actually use a cash register, follow steps to make drinks, and then again, all the interpersonal and social skills that go with working. It's a 9-month program, and by the end of it, we help them get a job in the community, whether that be at a cafe or with some students at like Meow Wolf and other cool places in town that, yeah.
That is cool. I didn't know that you helped them get jobs afterwards.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
This is such a cool thing, Andrew. You're so quiet and humble over here, and it's just amazing what you're doing, and such a great resource for the Valley. You are in the southwest part of town, right?
Yep, Southwest, yeah.
Yep. So, and can people just pop in and come to the cafe and support
Yeah, absolutely.
Sports Social?
Yeah, the hours are like a little specific because it's when students are
Available.
working. And so yeah, just check out our Instagram or website. Shows you the hours of when we're open.
All right, cool. And then, am I missing anything? Don't say it. You need to tell me. I'm missing stuff. We still have 15 minutes, Andrew. Just kidding.
You tell me. Ask me the questions.
Yeah, I'm asking. Yeah, no. So the music program
Mm-hmm.
that you have, I went in there and I saw a variety of instruments.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that, do people get to choose what they play? Do they come? You said you had music lessons, and I've
Yeah.
seen it happen. They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
get to like, hey, I want to learn drums or guitar or whatever.
Yeah, right. So music lessons, just like similar to any other music lesson that you would receive, right? But again, it's different in that it's taught by our instructors that are going to focus and target social, communication, behavioral skills while working on that music skill. But yeah, we teach drums, piano, guitar, bass, and voice. It can be one of those things, or it can be a couple of those instruments. But like everything we do, it's a set weekly lesson time, so they come like every.
And do you guys have like little recitals or performances that you guys periodically do that they prepare for?
We need to put one on the books, but we recently had a student come out in our big gym and play in front of the whole all of the students and instructors, and he did amazing. It was pretty
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
I bet he just felt so good afterwards.
He was so excited.
Yeah, I love that one of the things that you focus on is building that self-confidence. It was always so important to me with my family to make sure that I built up their confidence and made sure that they felt secure and accepted the way you're doing at Sports Social. And I think it's so great that you're doing it not only, I mean, for the entire community, but for these families that are seeking this help and bringing that highlight to their week.
For sure.
Yay, you. You get a gold star. All right. So we talked about the music program. There's also an art program. What are the mediums that you guys are using?
So we do drawing, painting, and sculpting lessons.
Sculpting.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And what happens to all that art? Do they take it home? Does it go on display? Do you auction it off?
So right now there's some students that are participating in a pretty cool fundraiser and art show. It's called Art for Autism, and some of our students are submitting their pieces as part of that, while others, they'll take their pieces home at the end of it and build it over time, their collection of pieces.
Yeah, that Art for Autism, that's I think October 7th, the first Friday.
Yep.
Downtown. So.
Yeah, and it's benefiting families for effective autism treatment, and half of the proceeds go to that nonprofit, and another half goes to the person that made the art.
Okay. Oh, that's
pretty
cool.
cool.
So the
Yeah.
kids are making some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be an addiction. Once we start getting paid for something, like, oh, that's nice, I'm going to do that again. That's how I got into real estate, my friend. Started out as a hobby. No, just kidding. So we talked art, we talked music. I know that there's a skate ramp and basketball court, rock climbing wall. There was some other stuff in the gym too, right?
Yeah.
Because I saw like games and stuff.
Yeah, we always been a skate park right from the very beginning.
Yep, that's where your that's where your heart lies. You said
Key part of who we are, and then over time we've added things, and the rock climbing is new. We actually, when COVID happened, there was like a out of business trampoline park, and we purchased everything inside of it, and we undid the rock climbing wall and rolled it over. It was like a football field away from our building, and we rolled it into our place. And we hired somebody
that's the kind of stuff that you saw during COVID, just random things happening. People weren't out in the world. There was probably nobody on the road. Like you had a dolly, just pushed it down.
And we put some caster wheels on the rock wall and rolled it over.
Just rolled it over. Of course, you do what you got to do, right? You do what you got to do. And then you and your team built the gym.
Yeah. So because we decided to move into this big, huge, beautiful place 1 month before COVID hit, and then we were hit in a difficult place, and so what we decided to do was to hire everyone back on during that time when everyone was shut down, and everyone painted, put up the fences, built the ramps, everything you see we made. So everybody's pretty proud of.
Yeah, I think they would be proud of that. And that builds such great culture, such great community. So it sounds like your employees then become like friends and family.
100%. Yeah, I mean, our culture and the environment at Sports Social is important to me and important to us as a whole, for sure. And moments like that, for sure, make a difference.
Yeah, if I could be a fly on the wall during the build of that gym, I bet there was a lot of laughing going on. Cool. Is there anything else that happens at Sports Social that is interesting that maybe, I mean, I know that we talked about camps and any kind of special events. You've had, like, I've seen that you've had other events where you have like skate parks in the parking lot and it was a community thing, because you really do try and involve the community and get everybody to be a part of it, right?
Totally, yeah. Before COVID, we were always doing events and as a place for other organizations to host. Like we often have and still do it to some amount, events for other organizations at Sports Social. A way for other groups of this community in Las Vegas to experience Sports Social that normally wouldn't get a chance. And so we don't have anything right now in the books like that, but again, those are things that we've done before and have been really cool.
Yeah, so if people are interested, they can go to the website and check it all out, see your calendar of events and take the tour, which is cool. I think that everybody should take the tour just to see what's the facility is like and what they offer, because it really is impressive, whether you're an artist or a musician wanting to come in for employment, or you're a family in need, or you just have a bunch of kids who want to go and have some fun. They got to go on the website, schedule some time, take the tour.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that it's hard to imagine it, one, by just listening, or two, even seeing video. You have to experience it to really see what it's like,
Yeah, my heart was sort of in love once I passed the video game room and I saw like Super Mario Brothers. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so nostalgic. Sign me up. It was so cute. It had like clouds, like fluffy clouds. It wasn't painted on the ceiling. They were 3D and fluffy, magical clouds, and then painted with Super Mario Brothers all around. And you kids go in there and play video games. And they were laughing. I was there during COVID, so they all had their masks on, so I couldn't see their smiles, but I could see their eyes, the smile eyes squinting and stuff. And I was like, they are loving this. I would have loved that. I almost wanted to stay and play video games myself. Do you find yourself hard to leave work, like you're sticking around, you're skateboarding, you're biking? Does it feel like a job?
Sports Social is a mix between it's really difficult and really challenging, and then it's really fun, right? It's right. One of our values is to push for progress, and that's something that you'll see happening every day, everywhere, right? We're pushing kids that are struggling in many ways to go beyond what they're able to do right now. And then at the other moment, like 2 seconds later, you'll see another one of our values, which is go fund yourself, right?
Fund yourself.
And because it's a choice, right? Fun is a choice, and you have to be reminded to make it fun and to bring fun into what you're doing, not just in the easy moments when you're in a bounce house, but when you're walking down the hallway or when you're with a kid that's having a hard day. And so that's our job, is to balance fun and progress, right? And I think we do it pretty well. And yes, you'll see we shut down at like 8 o'clock, but people are there till 10, 11, midnight, skateboarding, playing music, playing video games.
By people, you mean employees, not families, right? Yeah.
Employees.
So that goes back to that family-like culture.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That does not happen in a real estate office. Real estate office by 3 p.m. is crickets. Nobody's around. Nobody's doing. They're like, we're done. But they start early. They make their calls. They meet with their clients, and then they're out of there.
Yeah.
Not me. I work all the time. All the time, which is okay. I actually love my job. So that's it. Speaking of which, would you like to buy a house? Now that you've based your entire life around the business, if you're ever looking to buy a house, let me know. I will hook you up.
Okay.
All right. So, Andrew, if people wanted to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
Like directly?
Oh, no. Well, I know that because you're the small business, local business, they would contact the business. How do they get a hold of your business?
For sure. So my email, sure. My email.
But you never know. There might be ladies out there who want to get a hold of you directly, Andrew. Give me your number.
Sure. My email is andrew@lvsportsocial.com. And then, hit us up, website, lvsportsocial.com. you can give us a call. 702.
And that's your Instagram too, LV Sports
Yeah,
Social?
Instagram is LV Sports Social. Yep.
Okay, so give them the number. I cut you off.
702-485-5515.
There it is, 485-5515. All right. Well, I think that's great. And like I said, if you haven't been to Sports Social, it benefits so many people in the community. You should all take the time to, especially if you're in the Southwest or you have a child who is in need of any kind of this therapeutic playtime, which is so fun. You should definitely make a time to go out there and take a tour, see the facility in person, feel that energy, and really experience it. Because I heard about it, I was fascinated by it. And first off, I was fascinated by your story. Here you are, lucky enough to find your purpose, your passion at such a young age, and then to convey that out to the community and help so many families and to grow with the community. As Vegas has grown, your business has grown, your gyms are getting bigger. I can't wait to see what the future holds for you. So everybody go to lvsportsocial.com and book your tour, check out the facility. Even if you just work in the area and you want to stop by and grab a coffee every day to support, that is amazing. I love the idea of the friendship. I also love the tagline, go fun yourself. So quippy. Andrew, did you come up with that or you have a team?
I can't take credit, no.
No? All right, well, whoever did it, tell them I said thumbs up. I like it. Go fun yourself, Vegas. in a very clean way.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're getting ready to wrap up the show real quick. And we missed Trish Williams. You would have loved her. She's so awesome. So Trish, if you're out there, shout out. Hoping you're having the best vacation ever. I know it's much needed because you never, ever go on vacation. And then if you are in need of any kind of real estate information or help, you can always contact me. I'm Tiana Carroll. My number is 702-379-9948. Call, text, send a message or pigeon. I will hook you up. I will answer all questions, and I'll give you numbers. And then you're going to have to start subscribing to the show so you can keep track of numbers now that you know what they are and how they work.
Deal.
All right, cool. Well, Vegas, thank you so much. And I guess we go out, syndicate all over the world. So, the world, thank you for tuning in to this week's version of Vegas Realty Check with Tiana Carroll and Trish Williams. And our community spotlight for the month is Sports Social. You guys have a great time, and we will see you next week. Have a great day. Bye.